High Scrollers is produced on Gadigal land.
We pay our respects to the traditional custodians of this country and elders past and present.
Always was, always will be Aboriginal land. I'm Brittney Saunders.
And I'm alright, hey, and this is High Scrollers, the podcast version of your favourite group chat.
We've been sharing our lives online for over 10 years, so who better to catch you up on everything that's going viral?
Oh, and we talk a lot about ourselves as well.
Coming up on this episode, I made a discovery about myself, and it was something that I did when I was 14. And I haven't thought about it until this very moment, but now it all makes sense.
In fact, there's a lot of nostalgia in this episode.
Yes.
We also have a bit of a surprise for everyone right at the end.
Yeah.
So make sure you stick around till then. And Brittney predicts the next big pop star.
And I'm never wrong.
Deal me in, doll. Let's go.
Good morning, Matthew.
Hello, darling. Hello, scrollers. How are you?
Hello, friends.
Welcome. I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Because, like, you do some random stuff online, but I feel like I saw something a little bit more random than usual.
Yeah.
Who the fuck were you with at Outdo in your sporting uniforms?
The Wallaroos team.
Who were they?
The Wallaroos.
Yeah.
Rugby union.
I need to know how that came about. How did that cross over?
I loved it. That was just so out of the blue. And if you haven't seen it, it's on like my Instagram and TikTok. I just did a couple of collab videos with the Wallaroos team. The reason, and everyone in the comments is like, this is the most unexpected collab of the century, but
That's
also
what I
slay.
mean, yeah.
And I'll tell you what, after that, I also had a netball team, like one of the famous netball teams in Australia. So I'm in my sporting era.
Yeah.
Okay. So how that came about is, so Outdo is mine and AJ's cafe in Newcastle next to our Fate store. Surely everyone knows that by now. But even still people go, wait, you own a cafe?
Yeah, well, even reading your book, you didn't mention your cafe in your book.
I do mention it like a bit in the very first chapter, actually. Thank you very much.
Really?
I say like, picture this, you own a cafe, blah, 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 blah,
Oh,
blah.
yeah.
But I didn't do like a whole segment about it. But anyway, it's our cafe. And our cafe is on King Street in Newcastle next to our Fate store. And right next to us is a big hotel.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what hotel it is, the Mercure. I can't be sure. Anyway, I got a DM on the Outdo account on Instagram from the official Wallaroos Instagram account. And it's like, hey, the girls have been here all week and they've been loving coming to your cafe every day for coffees. Would we be able to come in and film? They wanted to just film some content of them like trying to make coffees and handing them out to customers and stuff. And I was like, of course. Now, I didn't know if they knew like me or my connection to the cafe. But I like screenshotted it and sent it to our cafe manager, Tom. And he's like, oh yeah, those girls have been here every day this week because there was a big game on the weekend in Newcastle. I think they versed New Zealand. Don't quote me on that. And he's like, yeah, they've been coming in every week, like every day. They're super nice. And I was like, okay, cool. So I just replied to them and just said, hey, of course, like would 7 a.m. Friday work? And they're like, yep. See you there. But like I didn't know if they knew who they were messaging because I didn't sign off with my name or anything.
Yeah.
But then because we have like one of our Fate team members who does like content for us. She also like does the content for our cafe just like once a week kind of thing. So I wasn't sure whether to send her in, but for some reason I was like, I'll go. So I went in at 7 a.m. and then lucky I did because like they wanted me to be in the videos. So someone in their whole team must have known that it was my cafe kind of thing and they wanted me to be in the content. So then we just had like a random hour at 7 a.m. on a Friday morning of making some funny content. And like that one where we did this week, a hot new bombshell enters the villa. That was their idea. And like they had the jersey for me and everything.
Oh, that's so fun.
So they were just super nice. Shout out to the Wallaroos. It was super random, but it just got me thinking because I was joking around to them saying like, can I join the team? And they were like, yeah. And I'm like, what? Did you see the video? And I said, what does it take to be in the team? Well, they're like, well, you got a coffee shop. And I'm like, yeah, what else? And they said, well, you like coffee. So I'm like, I'm part of the team. But it got me thinking about sport as an adult. because I've got some mixed feelings, Matt.
Okay.
My first feeling is I feel like I need to play a sport, but also at the same time, I look at people that play sport as an adult if it's not professionally, and I say, grow up. Do you know what I mean? Like, unless you are playing sport professionally. Like, imagine if AJ was still playing soccer. Like, get over it, doll. Leave it in primary school.
Oh, my God.
You know? But after, like, meeting the team, I think I want to switch careers.
Really?
Well, it would just be fun.
I've never been good at any sports. I've never been good at any musical instruments, nothing. Like, I've never had a skill.
Good at dancing.
Oh, I was good at dancing.
So, and that's
dancing's a bit different though. If you were still a dancer when you're 30, isn't that okay?
Well, I wanted to for the longest time to go back to dancing.
Yeah.
But like not that I did Zumba a couple of years ago, but just at like a hall, like with all the oldies.
Mm-hmm.
And
I used to do one called Dance Fit.
That's fun.
And it was similar to Zumba, but not so much Latin.
That's fun.
We'd just do, absolutely. It's such a good workout as well. But yeah, I would love
to go back to proper dancing. But then I feel like, okay, I don't think I'm better than anyone. I don't think I'm like a famous person at all. But I've been hesitant to like join a dance school because people obviously follow me online and they know me from online and Fade and TikTok and everything. Like, sometimes when I'm out and about in public, I can see people from a distance taking a photo of me.
Yeah.
So then I've always thought, would that be weird if I just was like, hey, I'm joining this random local dance school in Newcastle and there's like, I don't know, younger girls there or whatever that watch TikTok and they're going to be all funny. Like she's like, I just want to join a dance school and be the same as everyone else. Whereas people go, she's from TikTok. Like I'm going to take a photo with her. And I just think that would be weird.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, maybe I could do private lessons.
Well, because imagine, like on a different scale, you've gone down to do a Zumba class and Nicole fucking Kidman's in it. You would go,
whereas,
what the bloody
I didn't mind
hell?
when I was with the oldies at the hall doing Zumba. None of them knew anything, And again, like I don't think I'm any famous person. I think I'm no one. Like I would go to a dance school and be like, hey, I'm here to do the adult tap class. But people might just be like, what the fuck is she doing here? Especially in Newcastle. Like
I feel like when, because I even went into TK Maxx not long ago and the girl in there recognized me and she worked there and she started screaming, causing a big fuss, can I get a photo, blah, blah, blah. But she kept saying to me over and over, I can't believe you're here. I can't believe you're here. And I'm thinking, in a TK fucking Maxx doing me shopping. Like, what? Why wouldn't, I can't believe you're standing in this shop that I work in. And I was like, but.
That's like when I'm in my Fate stores and they go, I can't believe you're here. I'm like, I work here. This is the company I own. Of course I'm here. People have said that before and I'm on my book tour right now as this episode's going live and I know people will be like, I can't believe I'm meeting you. You can't believe you're meeting me in my own fucking shop. Of course you are. People are funny.
It's so funny.
People are funny, but anyway.
But that's the thing. I think it's like seeing a dog walk on its hind legs. Remember that analogy of seeing a teacher outside of school?
Yeah. It's like when someone's just online, it's weird
to see
for you to meet them in person.
Yeah.
And maybe when people are saying, I can't believe you're here, like that's what they mean. It's just weird because and people have probably said it to you. People say to me, it's so weird to actually see you in person after watching you online for 5 years or however long. So maybe that's what they mean. But I really want to go back to dancing, but I've been saying that forever. And I'm like, what's stopping me? I think it's just a fear.
Yeah.
Of people saying, what the fuck is she doing here?
Oh, well, I did play a little bit of tennis for a hot second. And by that, I mean literally 15 minutes. Before Toby moved to Spain, we went and just down a local court.
Mm-hmm.
And because, in the parks, they've just got the free tennis courts you can use. And we used the tennis court for a little bit. And I probably hit the ball about 7 times, but I was fucking obsessed with it.
Yeah,
I was
it is
like,
fun.
Tennis is so fun.
Mm-hmm.
I could do this every day.
I think about...
I couldn't do any of the ones where you got to run again.
Maybe
I did soccer.
Maybe 4 years ago, I joined a couple of my friends' nighttime netball team at the Forum in the uni in Newcastle.
Uh-huh.
There was 2 things that pissed me off about it. number one, the game time every week was different. So sometimes it'd be like 6:30 and other times it'd be 8:30 and like 8:30 on a weeknight. It was like a Tuesday night. That pissed me off. The second thing that pissed me off about it was I thought I was just signing up for like fun, like it's just fun adult netball at night.
But they were competitive.
Oh,
yeah.
It was. And so I've actually got a funny story about me doing netball when I was a kid, but I did netball all through primary school and high school. And so I just thought, oh, yeah, adult netball, fun at night at Newcastle Uni, fun. No, these women, and it's like women of all ages, like there was older women, younger girls, they took it really fucking serious. Like it was too serious for me. Like they were shoulder charging, getting pissed off. I'm just running around trying to catch my breath the whole game because I haven't played netball in like over 10 years. But I couldn't do that anymore. Do you actually want to know something funny? So I did netball, like I started it when I was like 5 and did it through primary school and then in high school. And then I must have been 13 or 14. I was playing like at Newcastle netball because, anyway, I don't know why I'm rambling on with that. But there's all like the main clubs when you play netball, like Wests or Souths or whatever. But I realised when I was, and again, I think this is the fucking business owner in me, Matt, now that I think about it. What I realised was I could make an independent netball team and we didn't have to be part of a club. Because you know how like all soccer teams, netball teams, they're part of a club. I realised I literally I haven't thought about this. But I made my own independent team and then I scouted girls from my school to be in our team. And
wait, when was this?
I would have been 14.
Oh.
And so you just sign up like with the like kind of netball courts as your own independent team. Then you don't have to be part of a club. So you don't have to do the training or anything. Because like when you play, I used to play for Wests. So we'd have to go to the courts near West and you had your coach and do your training and whatever. So I signed us up as our own team. I designed our own dresses down to the colours and everything. I named the team the Blizzards.
Wait, but how did you just join in? Did you have to pay?
Yeah, then I think you pay to register in the competition.
Okay.
And then I scouted a heap of girls from my school in my year and the year below, and they had all previously played. Oh, and there was a couple of friends from outside of school too, and they had all played like A-grade netball. So we're all actually like really good netballers. And so then you just would show up every weekend, like you'd get the schedule and you just got put into the competition, but you're not with a club. Like you're just a solo independent team. And now the great thing about that was we didn't have to do training. Because I used to love playing netball, but I hated going to training.
Same.
Like on a weeknight in the freezing, throwing the ball around, fucking running up and down.
We'd have it 2 times in a week. So we'd have Tuesday, Thursday, and then we play on Saturday.
So I think the girls and we met at Newcastle netball courts, I think once or twice to try to do training, but we didn't have a coach or anything. It was just us fucking around. And then we gave up on it.
Yeah.
And we were just all about the Saturday games.
Yeah.
Like just loved going to netball on a Saturday, like 1 o'clock or whatever. And I think in Newcastle, this is so niche, but like Wests and Souths, like Souths Merriweather were always the best teams. Like they were always the ones that won the grand final. We fucking won the grand final.
Oh, you're
didn't
kidding.
We? And we won against Souths Merriweather, and these girls are really good. They had a really strict coach, like an older woman. And I remember on grand final day, like I couldn't believe that we got to the grand final because we'd never trained. Like we just showed up. We just showed up. And grand final day, we all rock up with our bacon and egg rolls, and we're just like, because that's what it was all about for me.
It
like
was social,
the canteen, like we had our bacon and egg rolls, our bags of lollies, our chips. It's grand final day. We rock up in there was blue, purple, and white, the dresses that we designed. So how'd
you get the dresses? Did someone else make them, or are they just supre at this
No,
point?
They're like the proper dress with the skirt.
But how'd you design it?
I went to the Newcastle netball shop and you could like have them like
mock it up
for you and make it.
So really, that was the
Blizzards
start. Were the
original
original Fate the label.
How fun. It was blue, purple, and white. I remember picking out all the colours and where it was going to go, and then we had the name on the side.
Yeah.
And so we show up on grand final day, and the Souths team that we were versing, they'd already been there definitely for like an hour warming up, like, and the coach is yelling at them at them to warm up where they would have bacon and egg rolls, like, hey girls. And we were kind of friends with some of them, like on the opposing team. And then we flogged them.
Wow.
Like, I think we won by like 20.
Wow.
And it was just hilarious because that was just us being super lazy, wanting to play netball, but hated having a coach and hated doing the training. We just wanted to show up for the canteen.
But also, like, how? So my question is, if you can do it independently like that, I wonder what the point of having the club is, because my whole thing is like, I thought the club might have paid for certain things or...
No, you still pay for everything when you're with the club. I think it's like the convenience and also like saying that you play for the club. Like I used to play for Wests.
Okay.
And then you're in the Wests uniform.
Yeah.
You have the coach. Like we usually had like a guy coach, someone's dad or whatever.
Yeah.
And you pay to be part of the community.
Yeah, right.
Whereas we didn't want to do any of that. We just wanted to get the
so
bags
funny
of lollies.
That you ended up winning.
Yeah.
Oh, pissing.
And we just did it the 1 year and that was it. What a good memory, honestly. I'd do it again. Does anyone listening, if you're from Newcastle?
Well, I was going to say you need to, like you could do it, but I was just thinking all your friends have kids.
True, but maybe we've got some scroll. You can have kids and play netball.
I know, but it's hard on a weeknight at 8:30 to do your netball.
No, well, this is Saturday netball. This is like the proper, the proper netball. So if anyone out there listening is from Newcastle, I would do it because like 1 o'clock on a Saturday, 2 o'clock, perfect. Just for an hour. Fuck the training, fuck the coach. Just show up, get a bacon and egg roll, get a bag of snakes. That's what I'm all about. And then get like a fat can of Coke after.
Big packet of Red Frogs.
And I think when you register, this is just another memory that popped up, any like club or independent team that registers with netball, I think 2 times in a season you have to work in the canteen because you know how the canteen's all run by volunteers as well.
Yeah.
But somehow we got out of it both times.
But I think because... Yeah, see, that doesn't make sense. The independent doesn't make sense to me. I'm pretty sure, like, I'm pretty sure it's the club that runs it.
No, then I remember us saying when we signed up, 2 of us at some point have to do the canteen one day kind of thing. But we somehow got out of that as well.
Bloody hell.
It was perfect. Anyway, I don't know if independent teams are still a thing. Has anyone got kids out there who play netball these days? I don't know. Let me know. But that was an entrepreneurial thing I did back when I was 14, and the blizzards were fate. I just didn't know it.
Please be upstanding for the royal flush.
Well, it's time for our royal flush of the week. Mine's a nice quick little one, but it's one of those moments that it happened over the weekend. So over the weekend on Saturday, I decided was just a bit of a rot day for me. I love rotting.
I love it too, but I get so guilty, Matt.
Oh, get over that.
I can't.
No, get a grip, girl.
No, but even down to like, so Sunday was my rot day. But I lay in bed and I'm scrolling and then I think of like all the clothes that I could wash, or I think of my wardrobe and how I could sort it out. So then I get up for a bit and do a little bit. Then I go back to the rot. No. I feel so guilty knowing all the things that I could be doing.
See, I'm like, you do that the day after the rot or the day before the rot.
Yeah.
You know, so the clothes and everything that needs to get done on Sunday if I'm going to rot on Saturday.
But there's just, to me, there's always more that we can do and I can't mentally get over that.
Well, go to therapy because I honestly could not disagree more. Like, I'm like, switching off is the healthiest thing you can do for yourself.
I agree, but I got something wrong with me because I just like, just lay in bed, like have a day. And I'm like, I can't because I can't stop thinking of all the things that I could be doing instead. I still do a rot or like half a rot.
I wish I had that attitude, but I'm glad I don't because I love a rot. I love rotting in bed like a fucking apple core. Like, I want to go moldy at this point. Honestly. I had my rotting on Saturday and I was obviously scrolling on the TikToks and I came across this video. And I was laying in bed and it was raining outside. I was rotting in bed and it was
I feel
raining
less
outside.
guilty if it's raining outside. And I don't know why because there's still shit to do.
Well, that's what this TikTok was. It said when you're rotting in bed on a Saturday and it decides to rain and you could hear the rain in the background. And the sound was something like, I know that's right. And I was like, that is so me right now. And it's such a royal flush for me because I'm like, it's honestly so relatable. Like when you have a day to rot in bed on a Saturday, for example, and you're laying in bed and then you hear the rain come and you go, fuck yes.
March,
And
the rains are in.
the blinds are closed. You're in the darkness. Oh my God. It was just heaven. So that's my royal flush of the week was that moment of pure bliss.
I'll tell you what I'm loving lately. I feel like I've been loving it for a while actually. Having Friday night, I mean, it's different for you because you don't like work a traditional Monday to Friday job, but I do. So like my weekend is very much my weekend kind of thing. But for those of you that do work full time and have your weekends off, doing your thing, like having your night out on a Friday night so you've got the rest of the weekend to enjoy. Because I feel like when I have an event on a Saturday night, let's say it's someone's birthday, engagement or whatever, I feel like that takes up my entire weekend. Like there's my whole weekend gone.
For sure.
Because like the Saturday, you're like getting ready for it. You don't do anything on the Friday night because you've got something on the Saturday night. So like for example, it was AJ's brother's birthday. So we were like going to his birthday on a Saturday night. So like we didn't do anything on the Friday night because we've got the birthday on the Saturday night. And then I didn't really do anything on the Saturday because it was starting at like 2 p.m. So I didn't do anything. And then if you have a really big night, then like you wake up on Sunday. Yeah. And so I'm all for having Friday night be the big night of the weekend for those people that have like a traditional weekend.
I mean, Friday for a lot of people is the new Saturday. Because a lot of people work from home on a Friday. So their Thursday night is actually their Friday night.
Why? Because they're just hungover at home?
No, but I mean Friday, speaking of if you have something on Saturday night, you don't do anything all Saturday. I feel Friday night could be the same these days because a lot of people work from home on Fridays. So what I'm saying is Friday, you're not really doing anything until the Friday night anyway.
Exactly. And so I'm all for it. Like date night on Friday night. Have a party on a Friday night because then you've got all day Saturday, all Saturday night and all Sunday to enjoy and relax on the weekend. So I'm here for it. Another thing that I would like to do, which I feel like we've spoken about on the pod before, is like doing more things on weeknights. And again, it's because I work a traditional like Monday to Friday life. Weeknights, I don't do anything because I've got work the next day. But I want to try and venture out of the house on weeknights.
Yeah, have date nights throughout the week as well.
I need to try it. I've never tried it really.
No, we love a Tuesday date night. Fuck, it's quiet.
Yeah.
You get the waitresses full attention.
Yeah.
Everything's perfect because they're cooking everything fresh. Oh, I love a Tuesday night date night. Monday, everyone's still in weekend mode. Yep. So their brain farts on a Monday. Tuesday's a good night.
I reckon Thursday as well because it's like close to the weekend. So it's almost like you're mentally starting the weekend early.
I always have a theory that Thursday traffic's always fucked. I don't know why. Traffic on a Thursday, I think it's too close to the weekend. People's brains are starting to switch off.
See, I live in Newcastle. There's no traffic.
Oh, okay.
People that live there would disagree. Actually, there is traffic in certain parts of Newey, but where I live, everything's 5 minutes away.
Yeah, okay. Fair enough. I think Thursdays, I don't know what it is, but the traffic's always cooked. Maybe it's late night trade.
Yeah.
People leaving at different times. I don't know. But yeah, so what? Was that your royal flush or you haven't told us yet?
No.
Okay.
I was talking
I don't know. I mean, like
that could be my mini royal flush. Do something on a weeknight.
Okay, yeah.
Because we just get home from work, lay on the lounge, cook dinner, eat dinner. If you're me, you don't cook dinner, you order it. And then you go to bed. Anyway.
Really? You never cook dinner?
Rarely.
What?
Yeah, we've had this conversation before, I
Still,
swear.
though?
Yeah. What, you think I've changed in 6 months?
Oh, my God. Well, yeah, that's a real long time to get your shit together. You just order every night.
Not every night. I would say maybe 4 nights.
Jesus. Yeah, but that used to be my life.
And I'm busy, mate. Come on.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Still. What do you get? Take me through a week.
Like, it's just different every night. Thai, Indian, Chinese.
Yeah.
So
do you do the groceries?
Yeah, maybe once a month.
Oh my God. I am moving in.
Once a month, but I do like a massive shop. And like I freeze stuff. you know, but I don't do groceries every week, no.
Nice.
And because, like, especially lately, I'm away, like, most weeks for, like, 2 nights, or I'm away for a week, like, with work.
Yeah,
so
that has been annoying me lately. I've been all over the shop and I keep buying
and then
to
it all
meal
goes
prep,
yuck.
and then I don't fucking do it.
Yeah.
But I feel like food delivery's gotten so expensive. It used to be pretty reasonable, and now I'm like, a basic meal for one person can be almost
Yeah, it's-
$100. I'm like,
yeah.
what's going on?
Yeah, it's a lot.
Anyway, what's your royal flush of the week, please?
Well, my royal flush is actually music related.
Mm-hmm.
And it's an artist that I think is, and I think the whole world thinks this too. I think it's an artist that is very underrated, and she doesn't get the recognition that she deserves. That's not to say she hasn't had, like, she's had some absolute bangers, but I just feel like she is like pop star, top tier quality, and she just doesn't get the praise that she should, or the hype that she should. She should be up there with.
Can I guess?
Yeah.
She should be up there with who?
Like with the stars that are on the rise now, your Tate McRae, Addison Rae, even Sabrina Carpenter level.
Right. I can have 3 guesses.
Okay.
The first is Ava Max.
No.
The second is BB Rexa.
No. But she should get more recognition, absolutely.
Oh. I need more clues then for
Blonde
number 3.
hair.
Yeah. Well, that's 2 of the people I
She's
just
had
said.
bangers too. Like, we know her hits, but she always has a hit, and then it just, like, she goes into the quiet.
I don't want to say Ellie Goulding.
No.
Right, I need another clue. Give me another clue.
I don't really know that much about her.
Oh.
She has 3 million followers on TikTok.
I unfollowed Jojo Siwa, by the way, the other day.
You unfollowed her?
Yeah.
Oh,
Got
I've
sick
never.
of seeing her face. Just thinking, because you said blonde, and on TikTok she came to mind.
Okay, do you want me to tell you who it is?
Yeah, go on.
It's Zara Larsson.
Oh. I couldn't even name one song from her.
I just want to be part of your symphony.
Yeah, okay. That
I
was
live my
a good
day
song.
as if it was last.
Oh.
Like, she does so many songs that we know. I would like to get to know you, baby.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if she could. I mean, anything's possible after Charlie XCX. I mean, people forget that she's been going at it
Forever.
People, I think even at Coachella, did you, when she started singing?
I don't care.
Yeah, you were
I
like, "Is
didn't
this
know
her
that was her song. No.
Yeah.
I just see that as like a Coles ad or whatever it is.
No, KFC.
KFC.
But
I had no idea that was Charlie XCX.
everyone forgets about Fancy as well. I'm so fancy. You already
Oh, yeah.
know.
Is that her?
Yeah.
There you go. Well, I feel like Zara Larsson is the same. She has had so many bangers and has been going for so long. And, like, she'll have a song pop up and then it just, like, falls down. Not falls down, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyway, she's got a new song. Is it called Messy or Ugly? Okay, it's called Pretty Ugly. Wasn't sure if it was called Pretty or Ugly. It's called Pretty Ugly. Like,
Yeah, I love
she's
that.
amazing. Like, she's amazing at singing, dancing on stage. She's amazing. I'm surprised she hasn't, like, had her moment yet where then she's playing at Coachella.
We haven't had a song of the summer yet,
I
which
think
is
this-
concerning.
I think this is it because she's
Do you
just.
reckon?
You need to go and listen to the whole thing and watch the music
It's
video.
very girly, though. Song of the summer needs to appeal to the masses.
True. Maybe it
You
isn't
know?
her song of the summer. But
Yeah.
she's just, like, I follow her on TikTok and she's also so funny. Like, she's got a really strong personal brand and, like, isn't afraid to be herself on social media and post TikToks all the time, which I feel like some celebrities are missing.
Wasn't there some sort of controversy with Zara Larsson, and that's what stunted her growth anyway? Didn't she?
Not that I'm aware
Didn't
of.
she come for somebody?
Zara Larsson controversy?
Yeah, just type that in. She tweeted something to someone.
Zara Larsson is embroiled in a feud with an influencer who falsely claimed he was using a homophobic slur, later saying it was satire.
Oh.
Zara Larsson called out a TikToker who accused her of saying a homophobic slur on stage. The singer described herself as an ally and said that the accusations were clearly a joke. I don't know.
No, let me go Google, girl. It was to James Charles.
Was it?
It was to James Charles. She tweeted something about James Charles, and it was in that big drama. Maybe it wasn't Zara Larsson, though.
Maybe it was someone else. Oh, yep. Zara Larsson apologizes to James Charles after accusing him of flirting with her boyfriend.
Yeah.
Singer
Because
Zara Larsson.
This is when the Dramageddon happened with Tati
Oh,
Westbrook.
yeah, because there's a photo of Tati here.
And
I wasn't across all of this.
Zara Larsson has made amends with James Charles after accusing the YouTuber of direct messaging her boyfriend to flirt as allegations of his predatory behavior came to light on the internet. Then in James Charles's response by sister or whatever he called that, remember that big video, which I still fucking watch once a year, and I go back and I go,
See,
wow,
I
what a moment.
I didn't get into any of this. I remember just seeing little clips of it, but I never knew the whole thing.
I mean, say what you want about James Charles, whatever. That video was.
What did he do? Was he snapping back at Tati?
He just came out with all the receipts to prove everyone wrong and left nothing on the table. And I went, whoa, like that's how you clear your fucking name, because that was wild. Like I was like, whoa. And yeah, Zara Larsson came out and said, like, cackling because he hit up my boyfriend in the DM several times knowing damn well he's straight. But then James came out with the proof to be like, this isn't exactly what happened. And then she apologized in the end to James, did a tweet saying, I always try my best to learn and apologize if I'm wrong. I'm sorry, James Charles, for getting involved. Before I actually knew the truth and for the anxiety you must have felt about everything. I'm pretty sure Zara Larsson as well is like, you know, quite, has quite a culty fan base.
Right.
Online, especially on Twitter, at least back in the day. I don't know what it's like now that it's X, but, you know, back in the day, I feel like she had like a cult kind of following. Anyway, I can't find much more at the moment about exactly what James said in that video, but I can't be bothered going and finding it anyway. But yeah.
Maybe that's why.
Well, I remember that being a really big thing, and people being like, that's not good enough that you did that, because obviously then it just added fuel to the fire. And I mean, I know James Charles is quite problematic and has done a lot of things, but at that time I think he was getting a lot of unnecessary hate and copying a lot unnecessarily, and she added fuel to the fire.
Right.
And people weren't happy about that. But anyway.
Well, anyway, I like the new song and I think she's a great
it's a good
singer
song
and dancer, and you just need to go watch the music video. And I didn't know that she was involved in any past drama because I fucking can't keep up. Well, something I've been loving on TikTok in the recent weeks, Matt, is I don't know if it's just these two creators or if like it's a trend and everyone's doing it, but I've favorited one of their videos. It's things that we're happy we never have to do again, or just things that we're happy to never do in general.
Okay, yeah.
Things we've just never done that we are so glad we never have to do.
And you mean like mundane sort of things? Like
just
this isn't like the anti-bucket list we did. This is just like more...
Yeah, random little things.
Okay.
So let's listen to these two. This is Elle Girls on TikTok.
3 things we're happy we never have to do again. I'm happy that I never have to use a frat house bathroom ever again. So happy I'd never have to take the SAT ever again. Preach. I never have to call my friends' parents and ask if they're home ever again. Never have to post my prom dress for approval in a Facebook group filled with teenage girls.
Oh, we never did that.
Oh my God. Is that a thing where they go, this is my prom dress? Is anyone else wearing it? Oh my
that's
God.
kind of smart so that people don't show up wearing the same thing. What's something that you're glad you never have to do again?
Take my learner driver's test, like the one to get your P's.
Yeah, like the physical driving test.
Driving to get your P plates, your P license.
Did you do yours in auto or manual?
Auto.
Oh, see, I'm manual.
So stressful, like just so stressful. I remember it being so scary.
I remember my nan and pop, as a present when I got my L's, they purchased me some driving lessons with the NRMA because you know he can like go to driving school or whatever.
Yeah.
So Nan and Pop purchased me however many, and I had this really nice old lovely man that was my teacher every time, and like obviously I was learning with Shaz, but also with the driving school. And so that morning of my test, he took me for like one last drive, and then I did the test in like his car that I'd been learning in. And I got him straight away.
Same.
Slay. Did you have to do a 3-point turn or a reverse park?
I think I was 3-point turn.
Oh, lucky.
Yeah.
I did reverse park.
you sure you don't do both?
No, you only do one or the other. Or back then, you only did one or the other.
Yeah, I can't remember, but I think it might have been a 3-point turn.
I'm also glad that I never have to do that test.
I'm good at reverse parking though. Always have been.
What about without a reversing camera?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, shit. See, I feel like I've become so dependent on the reversing camera.
Oh, yeah. Now it would be probably a different story. No, but I still remember you go up to the window, back a meter, turn your wheel completely in. Yep. Park yourself in there. Done.
I'll tell you what's always hard though. Reverse parking when you're on the right.
Yeah.
You know when you do, like you're used to going left and then when the weird times that you park on the right.
Yeah. What are some things that you are glad you never have to do again?
I am glad that I never have to line up outside a nightclub again. I couldn't think of anything fucking worse. And I can't believe I used to voluntarily do that.
Yeah, you'd stand there for half an hour, 40 minutes.
In the freezing cold in winter with my Jeffrey Campbell wedges and a mini slip skirt from Supre.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that I never have to go clubbing again. Well, I probably will, to be honest. But just like lining up voluntarily outside a nightclub.
I am glad I never have to go on school camp.
Oh, really?
Because although school camp was fun, I don't think it was worth the shivering. Remember getting up at 6 a.m.?
I used to work at a school camp, remember?
Yes.
I was that one waking the kids up.
And then the food was never good. Having to fucking just do team building exercises with people you'd never would have even spoken to at school.
Remember when you have to do an activity and you'd all hold hands in a circle or whatever, and then you'd be like put with the boy that you didn't want to hold his hand.
Hate it.
And you'd be like, so mean.
I am glad I never have to do a test again, like HSC vibes.
Yeah, me too. I used to get so stressed about that. I'm also glad that I don't have to have homework ever again.
Yeah.
But in saying that, like, is starting a business and working at home just doing homework constantly?
For the rest of your life, yes. I'm glad I never have to sit in a school assembly and have my feet go numb and get pins and needles in my legs from sitting on the ground with my legs crossed. And having to listen to all the fucking bullshit that goes on the assembly. Welcome to the assembly. This is everything. Year 7s are doing a cake stall next Tuesday. Bring a gold coin donation for your mufti day next Friday. Like, just fucking, do they still do school assemblies, or surely everyone's just getting a text these days?
Surely.
Should just send out a text, you know? They don't just sit there for 40 minutes.
And when you have to sit on the grass and it was wet.
And remember, the principal would always do a speech as well at the start and recap the week before and all the things.
It's a quick whip.
It's a quick whip. It's kind of, what's the word? Not dystopian when you think about it, but it's very, school assemblies give dictatorship now that I think about it, don't they? You know? Because I remember my school principal in like year 11 and 12, he'd stand up there and he'd give a speech like his life fucking depended on it, you know, like he'd be getting a pay rise if this speech did any work. But he'd tell us about when he climbed Mount Everest and all this, and I think it was to instill some sort of like drive into all of us. But it's 8 fucking degrees in the middle of winter and I'm sitting on cold asphalt in the quad with my legs crossed.
See, ours were on grass,
needles.
on a field.
Oh, see,
High school, we would do it on the field and we'd all just sit there pulling the grass out. Like, we just ruin the grass. Then we get yelled at for that.
Yeah. School assembly is so strange. And then you'd have someone from the SRC representative come up and say something, and I almost want to go and experience a school assembly just one more time,
Teachers, can you let us know, please, in our broadcast channel, do school assemblies still happen the same?
Yeah.
As they did back in the day? Or is it just a little text or a notification in some app now? Because I'll tell you what's wild to me. We've spoken about it on the pod before. The fact that you do school lunch order on the app now.
Yeah.
That's crazy to me.
Yeah.
Something else that I'm glad that I never have to do again. While we're on this topic, just going and chatting with your school careers advisor.
Oh, yeah.
I dreaded that.
Yeah. Or just excursions in general.
Well, I would go as far as
excursions.
saying I'm glad. I mean, I probably might at some stage in my life, but I'm glad I never have to go on an excursion on a bus.
Yeah.
Because I get motion sickness so badly, and I was just that kid that was sick the whole 3-hour drive.
Right. I don't understand why you get motion sickness so badly.
It's got something to do with the water levels in your ears and your
So
eyes.
sort it out. Surely you can go to a doctor and get some sort of operation for that.
Okay.
Because it pissed everyone. It pisses everyone off. You know what I mean?
Sorry.
Where were we? And you were getting motion sickness.
In the Waymo.
Oh no, there was somewhere else as well. Yeah, it was the Waymo. That was the self-driving car.
Was there something else somewhere else?
I think there was somewhere else. Oh, I don't know. But yeah. Oh, maybe on the Coachella coaches home.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway,
feeling sick
hell.
on there. I remember when AJ and I went to Bali one time and we caught a boat. Like we're going on like a surfing trip. So we caught a boat out to the middle of the ocean and then the boat dropped us. And so we were just sitting on our surfboards. I was getting motion sickness on that and I couldn't get it to go away because I was just in the middle of the ocean. Like there was no land.
Yeah.
Worst feeling. Doesn't Sky get it too?
Yeah, he does.
Worst feeling. I hate it.
Just think grow up, you know? Motion sickness is not a real illness, okay? And you'll just need to suck it up and move on.
It only sucks because I get it on rides, so I just can't do rides.
Yeah, and that's just pathetic in my eyes, honestly. Grow up. Anyway, what else? Anything else? I can't think of anything else that I am glad I never have to do again. Except hand in a resume. Hand in a physical resume at a shop. You know, you'd print out your resume and you'd go down to Bay Village and you'd go to every shop you wanted to work in and you'd go, hello, I just want to hand in a resume. And you just knew they were throwing it in the bin
anyway. Is there
anyway.
any places that you really wanted to work when you were younger and you didn't ever like apply there or get a job? Because for me, the two places that I wanted to work so badly, first of all, was Boost Juice. Because everyone that worked there was so cool and they wore the bandana. Like I think that's why I wanted to work there. And the second place was Supre.
Okay, mine was Time Zone.
Oh.
I would have loved Time Zone. And the other place I really wanted to work was KFC.
Nice.
And I put in an application for KFC and they rejected me almost straight away.
Oh.
So I put another application in and
Not
they rejected me almost straight away again. And I went, this is strange. So then I applied for a different store on the Central Coast and I was just making my way around them all. And I was applying and I just kept getting rejected all the time. And I said to one of my friends who worked at KFC, I said, because at this point I'd been unemployed. This was after high school. And I had a job on the coast working at Perfume Forever, which is still at Tuggerah. I went to Tuggerah not long ago.
Good on 'em.
Perfume Forever is still there. And I was working there, but then this was around the time, you know, we'd all finished high school and people were leaving the Central Coast at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So people were going and getting jobs. I mean, everyone was kind of still living on the Central Coast, but they were getting jobs in Sydney. Or I had a friend going to the Fashion Institute in Sydney. You know, everyone was starting to go to different universities in Sydney and they were kind of escaping the bubble of the Central Coast. And at the time I was like, I want to do this as well. And I was friends with a few people who were getting jobs in a call center down there and I applied for the job and I got it. So I was working at Perfume Forever. I got the job at the call center. So then I took my days. Oh my fucking God, why did I bother doing this? I had it so sweet and cushy at Perfume Forever. I was working in the perfume store, loving life. And then all of a sudden I went from that to having to get up at 4:30 in the morning, catch the train down from Arimba station, because I lived at Holgate at the time, nowhere near a fucking train station. Most difficult thing ever. Go to Arimba station, wait for the second train, because the first train was always full.
Oh.
Second train, down, work all day, 9 to 5, get back on the train, come home. I remember I'd get up at like 4:30 and I'd get home at like 9:30 and I'd be like, why? And at first I was like, this is amazing. I'm all grown up. And now
9 to 5.
I look back and I go, 9 to 5, more like 4 till 9, love. Like 4 a.m. till 9 p.m. because that's how long it took, including the travel.
I swear, have I told the story on this podcast about how I had the job, my first 9 to 5 job, but it was selling the pay TV?
Yes, you've told it 3 times.
Okay, and where I only worked for commission.
Yes.
So I was doing the same thing as you, but only going to Maitland, not as far, but for commission only.
So basically, I actually had a really bad experience at that workplace and they were quite homophobic and I ended up, it was a situation where they kind of like drove me out. I actually did a story time about this on YouTube once upon a time.
I think you've lightly told it in an episode before too.
I was accidentally I accidentally heard one of them call me a slur and then bring me in to basically to fire me, but I quit before they could fire me because they were just so homophobic. And it was quite triggering because then it became the pedestrian office, pedestrian TV, like journalisting. And I did some work with them and I remember going in and I was like, oh, this is the same building. And then it was the same floor. And then the girl that I was working with on the pedestrian thing, she sat at my fucking desk that I used to sit at. And I was like, oh my God, this is so weird. So I don't know what happened to the call center, but it obviously wasn't there anymore. Anyway, so because of that, I was really depressed and also had no money. And I was unemployed for, I think, 11 months. And I was trying to get a job everywhere, but there just was no jobs going that were suitable for me. And anyway, got to the point where I was applying at all the, KFCs and McDonald's and all the rest of that. That's when I ended up getting the job at McDonald's. Mm-hmm. But I was applying at KFC and one of my friends worked at KFC and she was a manager and she was like, I can't hire you at my one, but I've told the girl at Mingara, I think it was, if you apply there, she'll hire you. You just have to apply, blah, blah. And I'm like, I just applied and it rejected me straight away. And she's like, let me look into it for you. So anyway, because she said that her friend at Mingara didn't have wasn't getting my applications at all. Like the system was rejecting me before she even got it in her inbox.
Yeah.
And they figured out that I was answering one of the critical questions wrong about when you apply for jobs and it'll be like, what would you do in this situation to resolve the conflict? And I can't remember what it was, but it has 4 options of what would you do. And one of them was like, punch the customer in the face. And the other one was like,
it wrong.
The other one was like, go to a manager and get this. And my answer would always be to try and resolve the issue myself first before involving a manager.
Yeah.
That wasn't the right answer. It was just go and get a manager straight away. Have you ever worked in a fast food fucking restaurant and gone to try and get your manager? They want to shoot you in the face. They don't want to help. Just make sure you go and get your manager and they will sort it out. Every time I worked in a fast food joint and I went up to my manager and I was like, hey, sorry, I've got a customer. And they go, and they'd cause this big hullabaloo about helping, but it's like, that's what we're meant to do. So when I filled out the application for KFC, I said I would try and resolve it myself before bothering my manager. And they rejected me straight away because that's not what you should have done. And you should have just got the manager straight away. But from my experience working in retail and fast food, no manager wants to be annoyed for no reason. If you can sort the problem out yourself in the first place,
sort it
do
out.
it. So
I just had a little flashback memory of when I was maybe 14 or 13 or 12.
Or 11 or 10 or 9 or 8.
We used to prank all the local Maccas and prank call them.
I never did a prank call.
I did so many prank calls. That was my thing.
No, I never did a prank call.
But I don't think the pranks were ever good. I think it was calling and not saying anything.
I was too scared I'd get in trouble. They'd trace me phone back.
Yeah.
Or they'd call the police, or I wouldn't put my phone on do not disturb. Not do not disturb. No caller ID.
Oh, yeah.
And they could trace it back.
I used to love a prank call on the home phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. How long has it been since you've had the same mobile number, by the way?
I've had the one my whole life.
Okay.
Why?
Crazy. Because I thought I'd had the same one my whole life. But I went out for dinner with my friends not long ago, and I haven't seen them in a long time. So one of my friends, so we were all friends in high school, right? The 3 of us at Berkeley Vale campus, and it was me, Corey, and Sarah. I went out for dinner with Sarah not long ago, and she was telling me that she works with Corey now. And I was like, oh my God, well, what's he doing? Let's go and see him, blah, 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 blah. Because I haven't seen him in, I want to say, over 10 years, right? So we went and caught up, and then, Corey and I were saying we haven't spoken to one another in such a long time. I mean, the only place I had him, because I don't think he does social media, but the only place I had him on was Snapchat, but I don't use that. So anyway, the long story short is I was like, oh, well, just text me, we can text each other now. Now that we're back in contact, you've got my number. And he pulled up this fucking phone number that he had saved for me. And I have never heard that number in my entire life. But I swear I've only ever had the one mobile number. And it's never changed. And I was like, then it got me thinking, because Sarah then checked her phone and said, I've actually got like 4 numbers for you from throughout the years.
What?
And then she had all these numbers as well.
I've only had the one since I got my first ever phone. And do you want to know how I know? It was because I signed up with Telstra back in the day. Like, that's who I got it through. And back then, I got it for my 14th birthday. It was my first ever phone, the Nokia 2100. The one that was above the 3315 with like the white/blue light up screen. And because it was obviously so long ago, not all the mobile numbers in the world were like taken up as much as they are now. So I got to customize my mobile number. And if I say this on the pod, I'm giving away 6 digits of my phone number in order.
Oh, I don't think I will. I don't think you should.
But then do you know how many, like, there's 2 numbers missing?
It wouldn't take them that long to figure it out.
Out of every number combination in the world.
Well, no, there'd only be 99.
Oh, true. But then
because if they've got the 6,
true.
they've got 04 and then the 6, and then they just need to figure out there's only 99 it could be.
Well, okay, I'll tell you on the pod, but we can beep it out.
Okay.
But I just remember being so excited because back then you could choose what your mobile number was.
Yeah.
And because back then we were still using like the letters on the keypad kind of thing, my mobile number has a word in it.
Yeah. But say the word, but we'll beep it out.
Okay, beep this out, Hannah. So my mobile number is 04. I couldn't pick those 2, but then it's
that is so funny because no one had even guessed that word.
No.
Because like when have you ever said that?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
But that's been my number ever since. And so back in the
Wow.
day, again, Hannah beat this out, when people would ask my number,
Oh my
I'd be like,
God. Oh my God.
Yeah.
That is so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mum got to choose hers and she chose the same number as our home phone number.
Oh, yeah.
But obviously you got 04 and we had 43 as our home number, so 4334. So she was like 0434 and then the rest of the
Home number.
No, maybe it was
449. I'm trying to remember if I remember my home phone number. No, I don't remember my.
Oh, I do. It was really easy though. I don't know if my mum chose that as well. It was really easy.
49. I started in 49 in Newcastle.
I'll give you an example of what mine was. So mine was like
But someone would still have it. So you're doxing them. Hannah, beat this out.
Mine would be like 43345151. Like really easy, right? But they're not the right numbers. But that's like
Right.
what it would be. Because if I could told you the right numbers, then you'd all know me mum's mobile. I mean, give her a fucking call if you want to. In fact, my mum's a businesswoman. She's probably got her number all over her social media
So
anyway.
true.
Everyone probably bloody knows it.
But
anyway.
nah, I've had the same mobile number since forever. And it's quite iconic, actually.
Yeah, that is iconic.
And do you want to know something else iconic, which again, Hannah, you'll have to beep it out, but I'll even show you, Matt. So I set it up to be that way. But maybe, Hannah, you can just beep out all that because then people will start guessing.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Anyway.
Even if they call you, they'll only call you for a couple of days before they get over it.
They'll only call me and ask for a fate discount.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to give one in this episode?
Yeah. What should we? You pick it. My mobile number.
That's the first thing that came to mind was to do the
Actually,
mobile
we haven't
number.
done this for the longest time, hey?
Yeah.
Okay. Like, it's been like over a year since we did the last secret fate code.
Yeah.
I'm going to make it right now. Otherwise, I will absolutely forget.
Okay. What should we
Discount?
make it?
And when is it going to expire after this episode goes out?
I think we got to give them at least the week
Okay.
because if you don't listen in the week, then that's your
on
own
you.
fault. So I reckon it'll be midnight Tuesday to midnight Tuesday.
Okay. How much are we going off? Just like a little
10.
10?
Yeah.
I was going to say 20.
Oh, well then, yeah, 20. Go on.
Okay, discount code percentage is 20%. And what's the code going to be, Matt? You pick any word or any numbers.
Do we throw it right back to our very first episode?
What, follow the yellow brick road?
Nah, and make it genus.
Yeah, okay.
Geanis.
Genus.
Genus 20 or just genus?
Just genus.
Yeah, just genus.
Okay, so I'm doing discount code GENIS, GENIS, 20% off. And I'm just going to set it live now because no one's going to guess that. And then it's going to end on Tuesday, the 27th of May at 11:59 p.m. Okay. Save. It's done. So if you've listened all the way to the end of this episode of High Scrollers, Genus, you're welcome.
Yep.
We'll get you 20% off Fate.
Lovely. And that's online only.
Yes.
Yeah. Excluding gift cards.
Yeah. Anyway, Matt, I think that's another episode done and dusted.
Absolutely. And thank God, Joel, I'm starving.
Are ya?
Yeah. What are we going to order for lunch today?
Mango lassi?
Yeah, we better. Thanks for listening to this episode, Scrollers. We'll catch you on Friday for Close Friends. And make sure you have subscribed, rated us, send us an email. You know what to do.
Buy my book.
Oh, yeah, buy the book, Joel. Buy the book. Anyway, Joel, I better let you go. I'm off to play netball at 8:30 on a Tuesday night.